Hey, check it out. This your boy, me, and we're co-hosting today with Lova, we'll call her. So today's topic, man. So we had a guy lined up, but he flaked because he says he had a job, but I don't believe him. Anyway, so we're gonna go off the hinge right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna discuss kids, my kids in particular, because I can talk about that. Okay, I know. Yeah, I love my kids to death, y'all. See, but this is what's going on. So, us as parents, Lova, tell me if I'm being crazy or not. Because your kids are over 18, correct?
Two.
Two of them over 18,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one's how old?
13.
13. Okay, so out of your three, which one's your favorite?
Um, it
And be
depends on the
honest.
day. It depends on the day.
Well, let me ask you like this: how come your oldest one's your favorite?
My oldest is not my favorite.
Ooh, how come the middle one's your favorite? Ooh, Tobias, Tobias.
I don't have a favorite.
That's a lie. We all got a favorite.
Okay, who's your
My
favorite?
son,
Yeah, it's obvious.
Superman Junior.
That's
You know.
obvious, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. Okay, so listen, this is the honest God truth. I've been blown up. I've been shot at. I've been in a vehicle where I'm trapped. I've been I've been around people's legs blown off. I've put tourniquets on there. I've been concussed multiple times. I've jumped out of planes. I've I've been through it. You know, but the scaredest I've ever been, the scaredest, is that right? The scaredest I've ever been in my life was this past Saturday. And let me tell you why. My 3-year-old son, right? He woke up with a slight fever. My daughter had a soccer game. So I took him with me to the soccer game, right? Because it's indoors. So in my head, I'm like, it'd be cool enough. It'll be fine. I had a wet rag on his neck. I had a wet rag and I'm wetting his hair. And I'm, doing all the things. My son had what is it called? Something
Free ball or free bowl? I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me not say.
cerebral or something like that.
Not a nurse.
Seizure. Okay, and I'm talking about. Look, y'all, I got my son like this, and he twitched. Right, he twitched on me, and I'm like, okay, so he's asleep. He's freaking out, having a dream. But then he did it again, and I look, and y'all, his eyes are rolled back like the Undertaker. Right, if you know wrestling, his eyes are rolled back in the back of his head like the Undertaker, and then he just starts shaking, seizing. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me when I tell y'all this. I have never been more scared in my life. Now, muscle memory kicked in because I've dealt with people with seizures, adults, older people. I've dealt with this. I've dealt with people that had heat strokes. I dealt with people. So I started getting them naked, taking out muscle memory kicked in. But at the same time, I'm freaking out. I am. I have never been more scared in my life. And talking about it now makes me want to cry because it's my son, y'all. Y'all don't get it. I got three daughters, right? But this is just me speaking. You don't know what love is until you have a son. And that's the honest to God truth, right? So I have him and I'm look and his eyes are rolled back and we call 911. We're like, yo, meet us at the school. We get there and I am losing it, y'all. I am beyond scared. You don't get it. I've seen all this in real life and then worse. But when it's your own son, your blood, you're a kid, I lost it. I'm crying like a baby. You know what I mean? I was like, ah, man. And then, the next day he's fine. So they say it happens all the time. So listen to me. If you have kids, please hydrate them. Keep an eye on them. Watch them. Okay? Because that shit is scary. Okay? I'm telling you, like, I lost it. I was crying. I had him. I thought I was going to lose my son. He stopped breathing, turning colors. I slapped the shit out of him. Right? Because I'm freaking. I'm like, son, wake up. It's me, dad. I got you. And as a dad, you feel helpless. As a parent, you feel helpless. As a man, and that hit me hard. Like, man, that hit me hard. You know what I mean? But yeah. With that being said, man, I just want to. Well, he's amazing. That's Superman Junior. That's him right here. Look, boom. Look at that.
Cutie.
Probably the most handsome baby in ever. Anyway, um, don't you agree?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
cute.
And that's because you have boys. That's
I said
crazy.
cute, not the cutest. Cute.
No, but I mean, has anything ever happened like that to you or with your boys?
No, I don't. I've never had. I mean, I've had an experience like when I was pregnant with Deshaun, and thought I was gonna lose him. But since then, I've never had anything like since they've been born scary like that. So I
And
can
this
only
is
imagine.
and this because last summer, y'all, Superman Junior. We call him Fat Boy. Superman Junior. We call. I mean, everything but Devin.
All the names.
All the names. My little battle buddy. My everything. Last summer, this boy's gonna slip and break his femur. If you don't know what that is, that's one of the hardest bones to break in your body. My son broke it because he's all boy. It's what he does. And I love it, but he scares the shit out of me every day. Every time that boy gets to the ground, he's running. Yo, come here. Every time he hits the ground, he's running. I'm telling you, yo, I'm like, yo, what? Get your little ass over here, boy. Like, I just want to protect him, but I want him to be a boy too. I want him to go get hurt, but don't get hurt. You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, who's your favorite?
Um, I don't know. I plead the fifth.
I get it. No, 100%. But no, I just want to go back to, so this is how I feel sometimes. This is from a dad's perspective, okay? It's from my perspective. Okay. I was in the military, okay? I was in Germany. I was in Europe. I was supposed to so from Europe, I was supposed to go to Hawaii, okay? I was going to finish my time in Hawaii. But from Europe, I'm like, yo, can I go back to Texas? Because I started thinking about, I was already divorced at this time, and my kids were my life. And I was going through crap with their mom beyond freaking measure. People can't even fathom the crap I was going through,
Yeah.
right? That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother podcast, a whole nother everything. But you know some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows some of it. Some people, not everybody, some people do. But anyway, so I'm like, yo, can I get to Texas instead? Because I want to start transitioning out. Because my kids were more important to me than the military. And I love the military, y'all. I loved it like nobody's business, right? I saw the world. I learned so much. I learned discipline. The Army saved me. Growing up, that's what y'all don't understand. Growing up, I was in and out of jail. I'm selling drugs by 13. I'm a high school dropout. I can't even say a high school dropout. I dropped out of school in the ninth grade, y'all. That's crazy, ain't it? I dropped out of school in the ninth grade. I was a piece of crap. I was partying, chasing girls. I never did drugs. Well, that's the crazy thing. Never done drugs in my life. I
Mm-hmm.
sold everything under the sun. Perk, X, Molly, sold it all. Never did I ever do a drug. It's crazy. But I would see how people would react to it, how they got hooked on it, because a lot of people in my family were on that crap. A lot of people. I would set up my own family. That's crazy. I would have people back then. Y'all might be too young for this, but back then I was selling stuff, right? And I would have people get off of work, sign their checks over to me because you could do that back then.
Mm-hmm.
You sign your check, so then when I would go deposit it or cash it, all I had to do was sign underneath it, and they would cash it for me. They would get paid on Friday, like clockwork.
That's crazy.
Come to my house, sign their check over, I'd sign underneath it, go cash it.
So some of them people, where are they today? Out of curiosity, I mean, no names, but
Like, what do you mean? Where they at?
yeah, like some of the people, because they're obviously from back home, right? So,
Or around?
like,
Yeah.
how are they doing today with their
Good.
lives?
Well, okay, there's some I know that are still hooked on bad. They're
Mm-hmm.
tweakers. Let's call it a spade. But there's some that they're good.
Yeah.
Great jobs, great family man, great everything. Slash woman, right? But yeah, and it sucks, man. But I think that's why I never did drugs because that never.
Yeah.
That's why I've never touched it, and that's what it is. But oh yeah. Anyway, so I transitioned out. I'm like, yo, send me a text. Let me transition out because I want to be with my kids. And this thing sounds stupid and crazy, man. But sometimes I feel like I got out the military for no reason. Never done a drug, Steve-O. That's crazy. Don't be confused, bud. You never done a drug. Now I'm confused because I have. So that, so that's my problem. That's not your problem. But I feel so. Me getting out the army, me transitioning out, me getting out. One getting out, I suffered because I get help with it now, but I suffered with severe PTSD. Okay. I suffered with depression. I suffered with anxiety. When I got out, I didn't know who I was because my whole life I had the army tell me where to be, what to do, how to do it, what time, what to wear, what to pack, what to boom, 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 boom. So now I'm out and I got to fend for myself, dealing with the divorce, dealing with the kid situation, dealing with pregnant teenager, dealing with kids get in trouble, dealing with all my issues, starting a business, starting X, Y, and Z, start everything. Right. So anyway, so I get out. I don't know who I am. I'm lost. I'm confused. I feel like I'm behind. Like people that do what I do now, they've been doing this for 20 plus years. I'm just starting. I've been doing this 3 years now, maybe going on four, something like that. Anyway, so I feel like I'm behind the power curve. It's like everybody has their life together, and I'm still like, high school dropout, no education, severe PTSD, depression, just lost. What do I do? How do I do? What am I? I was scared. When I got out, I'm like, maybe I am a piece of shit like they said I was. Maybe I'm not worth crap. Maybe I'm not. Maybe they were right about me. Maybe I can't survive. Maybe I can't, you know what I mean? And I think that's why I'm so passionate now, man.
Yeah.
That's why failure's not an option. If I fail in the business, I don't have a mom and dad to run to. I don't have nobody to help me financially. I don't have a pension waiting on me. I don't have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have, what else people got?
Or a degree to fall back
A
on to do something
degree. I
else.
got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so passionate about what the hell I do. But sometimes I feel, man, I remember we started the business and then we're working 7 days a week. Start at 7 in the morning because I get up at 4:30 to go gym so I can start work every day to this day still. And start by 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. We're going boom. We're not going to bed 2, 3 in the morning. Get up, start over. That's why now to me it's important for my guys not to work weekends unless we just absolutely have to because I want family time. Every Friday I let my guys out at 3 o'clock. Why? Because they beat the rush. They can cash their checks. They can go spend time with family.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to me. People don't get that. Why do you get off so early on Fridays? What? First of all, mind your business. Second of all, because I'm putting their family needs in front of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyhow, transitioning back. So me getting out and everything like that, I just feel like I did it for no reason. I love my kids to death. You know this. I love my kids. I just love kids in general, right? And not like a Catholic preacher, but like I love kids. I genuinely love kids. That's
That's
just a
good.
joke, y'all. Anyway, um, but sometimes I feel like it's for no reason because it's like, and tell me if I'm being stupid, okay? I feel like it's for no reason because I don't know. I just feel like I'm just there. You know what I mean? Is that stupid? Am I being in my head? Am I? And I agree. I get it. They both graduated high school. My
Mm-hmm.
baby, other baby's 8. My son just adores me, but he's 3. So I enjoy it and hold on to it for as long as possible, right? Because when I was in the military, my 20-year-old and my 17-year-old didn't see me much because I was always training. Or my first deployment, I was gone 15 months. My second deployment, I was gone 12 months. My third deployment, I was gone 9 months. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was back home, I was training to deploy. I lived out in the field for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Jump out of a plane, psh, live in the field for 3 weeks. Come home and see my kids for about a week, 2 weeks, but they were back training. But that was Fort Bragg for you. That's the training momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. So then when like when we're going through all this crap, and their mom would say I wasn't there for them. I was never there from this. I was doing what I was doing so mom could stay home, right? So,
And go to school.
uh-huh,
And go to school.
and go to school and I paid,
Mm-hmm.
I did all that. My kid's mom's dream was to be what do you call it?
Cosmetologist.
Cosmetologist. So you know what I did? And you can ask certain Payne, Scooter. I went into work one day. I'm like, hey, Scooter, can I get off today? He's like, for what? Because that's how he talks. Like, what do you need, Longoria? What are you doing? I said, well, at this time, it's my wife. My wife wants to be a cosmetologist. I would love to go sign her up and surprise her. Hurry up. I can be back at blah, blah. Okay, yes, sir. Go get all the paperwork, boom, boom, fill everything out. Come home one day. I'm here. I need you to sign this. What is it? Hey, you start school on this date. What is it? Cosmetology. Boom. I did that because that was her dream. And I always told her, I said, if you and I ever separate, I want you to be able to take care of my kids without me.
Yeah.
Because even when we divorced, I was paying her $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month. Who does that? It was in court ordered or it was a military order. I did it just because. That's what a daddy does. And gave her my Camaro. You see what I'm saying? There was times I'm eating ramen noodles because I'm paying $2,500 a month. But again, it's a whole nother podcast, right?
I'm pretty sure it's ramen, but yeah.
That's a whole nother podcast. But that's something I got to get blessed off by my kids because I don't want to upset them.
Yeah. Of
No way,
course.
shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna touch on it.
Right.
But it just feels like sometimes I got out for no reason because I got out to be with my kids. I got out to not miss graduation. I got out not to miss X, Y, and Z. I got out, and now I feel on them, and it's nothing on them. I don't mean this in a bad way, kids. If you're watching this, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I just feel like because we were there, right? The boyfriends are first, the girlfriends are 1st the friends are first,
Yeah.
and I know it's just kids being kids. But at the same time, I am in a position to set them up for success beyond measure, to be 100 times better than me. I am in that position to do that, but it's like they're not allowing me. So at what point do you let your kids fail per se? And at what point are you like enabling them? Because I feel I enable them too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing bad. It's just me. I feel that's where I fucked up as a dad by the enabling them, enabling them. You know what I'm saying? Am I being crazy? I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you think? You know me pretty well.
I mean, I think everyone parents differently, right? And we all do for different reasons because of how we grew up or what we never want them to go through because we went through different things like that. Everyone has their own stories. But I think for them, do I think you enabled them? Yes. Do I think it was a bad thing? No, I didn't
Yes.
think at the
Now looking
time.
back, I think
Yeah,
so.
at the time, I didn't think it was a bad thing. It's like you're taking care of your kids. It's what you need to do, and you're able to do it. Why not do it? So I understand what you're saying, where you say you feel dumb or bad or like you're like I did it for nothing. I mean, you gave up Hawaii. That's crazy, but yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's like it's not giving. You never give up on your kids ever.
Oh, I don't.
But if you cut them off financially, that's definitely understandable if you have to do so. And my nieces are gonna be like, really, Thea? But I think it's completely understandable. But you'll just always be there for them emotionally, and when they need you in any situation, you're gonna be there. So
Oh,
you're not giving
100.
up on them just because you have to cut them off in certain ways financially or take away things or whatever because you rewarded them for good. Now you're having to take away for not so good, and that's just what you have to do,
But I think
even
I
as
should
an
have done it
adult.
sooner, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I think I should have gave tough love sooner, as opposed to now.
it was harder though because if you weren't there because of the military, so when you came back, you wanted to give it all to them.
Yeah.
So
Well, I want to give them things, and this is where I fucked up. And I say this is where I gave them because everybody I know wants to give their kids more, gave them kids what they didn't have. I think that's where I went wrong because I did that and then some.
yeah,
And they know they
I don't
can
know.
call daddy and like, hey, dad, I want to get a job here. Let me make a call. Stop me when I'm lying. Hey, dad, I want to work here. Let me make a call. Hey, dad, can I get some money? Yeah, for sure. Hey, dad, can I get that car? For sure. Like, yeah. So when my oldest moved out, Bruh, that's her. I cried like a baby because it's my baby,
Yeah.
right? I didn't want her to move out because I'm mom, stay here. I would tell her, stay here, stack your money,
Mm-hmm.
stack your money, everything, right? But I did tell her, I'm like, hey, mom, so if you stay here, you're going to pay rent because life's not free. So I want to show them a boundary, like, hey, life sucks because then
Mm-hmm.
she has to go work. You have to go do this. You have to go do that. But then when she moved out and she was struggling, and we're paying half her rent plus some.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So then things happened. Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. It's just tough. There's times I feel lonely because I don't have them, but at the same time, I keep telling myself, Adam, they're with friends are more important right now.
Mm-hmm.
Boyfriends/girlfriends are important right now. Partying is more important right now. And you know how I know? Because I would do that with my grandma, right? And now that I'm 40, I'm like, bro, you're a piece of shit. Your grandma probably just want to spend time with you. You couldn't even do this shit because I was with my friends.
Yeah.
Because I was with my, you know what I mean? That's it, man. And I don't know. I just, I pride myself on being a good dad, but at the same time, I feel like a piece of shit dad. Is that weird? Is that stupid?
No, I don't think so. I think that's just parent in general.
So
Some
you,
days you think you're killing it, and some days you're like, oh, I'm the worst mom or dad ever. Like,
so there's days you feel like a piece of shit mom
oh yeah, mm-hmm.
with your boys.
Yeah, must, yeah. Sometimes, and then sometimes they'll be like, man, because they don't really know much of what goes on with you and the girls and stuff like
Yeah.
that, of course. But they're like, man, the girls, Adam's girls have it made, and they should take advantage of that and this and that. And they'll make those comments to me, and I'm like, yeah, like they did. Um, they still do if they absolutely get back where they need to be. But I don't know. I think so. Yeah, there's times that I'm just like, man, like had I did this sooner or that sooner, maybe my kids could be, that privileged too, like the girls, or whatever. So yeah, there's times that I'm just like, dang. But at the
What do
same
you mean
time, like,
privilege like the girls?
well, because they have like you said, like you're able to pay half the rent, you're able to give them cars, you're able to do these things that material things, which we know at the end of the day that's not everything, right? But you also give them love and take care of them, so they
And
have it.
discipline
They
and
have it
everything.
good, yeah. So when you can't do that as a parent, but you see it so near, so you see it all the time, but when it's so close to you, and it's like my nieces and their cousins, and they have those opportunities, and you can't give those to your kids. Yeah, it's got like, dang, like what could I have done differently to be able to do that for my, so my kids could be like, hey mom, I need a car. Okay, you know my kids, I'm like, hey, I need a car, and I'm like, all right, what are you gonna do to get it?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what
I'm
you
here to
I get
help
is
you.
good
I'll help
though.
you with some insurance. I can help you
Yeah.
with your phone bill, or
Yeah.
you can stay living with me, and see, and I do it differently. Like with mine, I'm like, you stay living with me, save your money. You don't have to pay me rent. You don't have to pay me bills. I got to pay them whether you're here or not. But when you leave, I want you to be good. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to have to figure it out like we did as kids. Me now, but
Yeah.
we're 17, living on our own, with our youngest, so I don't want that for them. So we do it differently. But yeah, there's times that I'm just like, dang, I should have did so much sooner. But it doesn't matter how many times we tell our kids, don't learn from us, do different, because had we did that when we were 20, imagine where we would be today at 40.
But that's what
But they don't get
but
it,
that's why I tell my
just like we
kids, I'm
didn't get
like,
it.
I've been your age. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
never been mine. That's why I know what to tell you to set you up for success.
Yeah.
I've been your age. You ain't been mine. Listen to
Mm-hmm.
me because I was jacked up growing up, but listen to me. I would push you in the right direction
Yeah.
to be successful. But if you don't, that saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can't make him drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, and that's where I like with mine. It's like I'm leading them to water, but they ain't drinking.
Yeah. You just have to wait till they're ready to drink.
And and I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. My kids are gonna be successful.
Yeah.
I know for a fact they will.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I want them to start now.
Right.
So when they're my age, they're beyond me. They're
Mm-hmm.
past me because my ceiling, financially, work, everything should be their floor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my ceiling should be their floor, and they carry on from there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want for them. But it's just like they want to start at my floor. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
I did my floor. I need you to start here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to. I had nobody to set me up for success
Yeah.
growing up. I had nobody. The army saved me. You know that just was I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was beyond jacked up. But even when I was with my daughter's mom, I mean, I was working 2 jobs. I was providing very well for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the house, they had the car, they had nice clothes, they had everything. Their mama's hair and nails was always did. Their hair was always did. I mean, I was working 2 jobs, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I would make a way because when my oldest was born, their mom told me, "Hey, when she's born, you're done selling drugs. You're done." Okay, cool. So when she was born, I was done. So got 2 jobs, working my butt off, doing my thing, and I just don't want that. I don't want that for my kids, but I do. If that makes sense, because I want them. I think them going through what they're going through now is going to make them better. Maybe even, I just can't wait for the day when my kids are like, man, Dad was doing it for us, you know? Dad was setting it up for us. Dad was, excuse me, the house we live in now, I'd be happy in a 3 bed. I don't need the house I got now, the swimming pool, the putt, the hot tub, the outside. I don't need all that crap. I would rather be in a smaller house and just hella traveling,
Mm-hmm.
chilling,
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I did
Mm-hmm.
it because my kids saw it, our kids saw it, they wanted it, we made it happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's making memories for them. I love coming home and they all have friends there. I love this. I love the sound of kids playing outside. But I'll come in and I'll complain because it's just me showing love.
No, I
Hey,
don't.
what the what? Why y'all? It's love. That's why I show love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's it, man. I
They're
just
good
want to.
kids at the end of the day. They're just going
Ooh,
through making some maybe not so great decisions.
who's good
You
kids?
have good kids. They've
Which one?
always
My
been good
son?
kids.
My son?
They're just going through some teenage years
No, they really
things.
are.
Yeah,
They're great kids. I love them to death. They got a heart of gold.
they do.
But they're just being teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I just want them to, man, because I'm in a place where I can set them up to start their own business and be successful. I want them to be. College ain't for everybody. You see, I dropped out of high school.
Right.
They don't have to go to college if they don't want to. If they want to, hey, more, let's get it. But I want them to know, like, you can make money doing t-shirts. You can make money doing hats. You can make money laying brick. You can make money
Mm-hmm.
doing yards. You can make money there's
Mm-hmm.
money. There is a place for everybody.
Yep.
There's money to be made everywhere. And I want to show them that now that they're young. So when they're my age, they can do it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can do concrete. They can do stucco. They can do t-shirts. They got a family that does a lot
Mm-hmm.
to make them successful in every field. They got entrepreneurs in their family. They got people with their own businesses in their family. They got people
Mm-hmm.
and we come from nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you like this, from me being your brother, I want to tell you like this, like, I'm stupid proud of you because you're doing your damn
Thank you.
thing. You don't see it. Sometimes but I do the same thing,
Yeah.
right? But you got your kids that they're good kids.
Mm-hmm.
You got your own business. You work a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sis, you're doing freaking amazing, especially from where we came from.
Yeah.
So don't ever sell yourself short. If you ever need to remind yourself if you're doing a good job, just look at where you came from.
Yeah.
And always remember that somebody has it worse than you.
Oh, trust me, I did.
There's
Yeah.
people out there
I
that
have to
can't pay
remind
their
myself
bills. There's people
all
out
the
there that are
time.
legit
Mm-hmm.
struggling. There's people, you don't have it bad. You're not doing bad. You can teach your kids everything, but the decisions they make when they walk out that door is on them.
Yeah. Exactly.
It has nothing
Mm-hmm.
to do with you. Growing up, I used to think like, yo, these are some badass kids. I bet you how their parents their parents ain't doing X, Y, and Z. But now that I'm one, I was like, it's not the parents.
Yeah.
You raise them right. When they walk out that door, is the decision they make, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah. With that being said, I mean, that's all. I just wanted to rant this time. I just had to get some shit off my chest. I'm just stressed. Yeah. That's it,
Well,
man.
regardless, I mean, you're still killing it in every aspect. So I wouldn't
I need to
be
kill
hard on
it. I need
yourself.
to kill it in the daddy zone.
But you are. It's just you guys are going through things like everybody in this world does. I mean, they're teenagers. They'll get through it. Y'all get through it,
And they're girls.
and you'll be there when they're ready to, you know. Even if a year passes by, you're there. And so when they're ready, you don't want to force it on them because they're gonna hate it, and then it may not last. So when they're ready, you'll be there waiting for them. So
So, anyhow, so we're gonna have a yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have a guest on here next week, man. We're gonna talk about us growing up. Somebody that grew up with me, somebody that knows what the heck we went through, somebody who's doing their own thing, their own business, their own everything, man. Again, I'm here to promote businesses. I'm here to bring people in. I'm gonna start. Tobias is gonna have me start doing things. We're gonna run on different things. We got different things in store, right, Tobias? And yeah, he's gonna get me squared away, get me right. But he's charging me up the wazoo. It's crazy. It be your own people. That's crazy. It be your own people, y'all.
support small business.
Hey, y'all have a good one. We out. Y'all be easy, but not too easy.
Lova out.